everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome.
Give a minute.
Yes. Give a minute to the people joining us for Sunday tea. How was your weekend going so far?
Exciting. We got snow.
We got snow. Yeah, for all you viewers out there. Snow in northern Michigan.
I think we got delayed for sure because it's typically we would have had already some snow.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And this is the first time, well, I shouldn't say the first time, but it's definitely not normal to wait this long. But I will be honest, that is my fault that we have not had snow. I had the painting to finish.
Yeah, you're like, has to wait. Yeah.
We had to put at least one coat of paint on the house, so I asked the universe, God, creations, everything that I could have asked, I did, everything and everybody.
I love it.
To hold on to the weather for 50 degrees, so we would be done at least with one layer and then move on.
I think I added to that too. Do you know like the superstitions of like if you bring out your stuff early or whatever? So
okay.
My snow pants. I had already had my snow pants ready. My boots. It was already ready for, snow to happen, so I feel like it jinxed it. So I was like, no, we're not gonna bring you snow. I was like, yes, exactly. Give me the nice weather. I'll take it for as long as we can, because who knows what this winter is gonna be like.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
I mean, it's gonna be heavy.
I don't know, but it's gonna be snowing, which is
great.
great.
Which is great.
Hence the 4 seasons.
Yeah, so whatever you all are having for your end of November weather, we currently have snow. I know northern Michigan, where my brother is, they're supposed to get 18 inches. So
oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
they're
yay.
heavily loaded. So
Sledding.
I know it's
for some people it's skiing and
snowboarding.
Snowboarding. For me, it's
snowshoeing.
sledding.
Maybe we'll do Sunday tea sledding. Who knows?
Since I didn't do anything else, I limit myself to sledding at this point.
I love it. So with that, I say the word which I already know the topic of it today. Sledding is very ambitious.
Sledding definitely is very ambitious.
A lot of things.
Here's my excitement.
Yeah. Because to me, ambitious is like where you're anything can happen. With skiing and snowshoeing and snowboarding, there's control, there's direction. Sledding, not so much all the time.
So you're trying to say that we should talk about controlling some areas of our lives?
Just a little bit. Heading into our topic of today. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. Some of you who usually join in but not here, I assume that you are already sledding.
Possibly. This is Sunday Tea with Alona
and Aleece.
And our topic for today is ambition. That word obviously is bright and shiny and powerful and holds a lot of potential, like sledding.
And way beyond.
But when it's not aligned with our way of life, our internal, our goals, everything, it can be too much. We take it too far. We do too much. I always talk about this to my clients because there is a way I do body work, for those of you who don't know, and you can take that session into more of an active, very rigorous session, or you can take it into a restorative version of a bodywork session. And most people, because we are in a state of fight or flight all the time, most people actually need that restorative, that pause, that coming down from their day to day. And I know as a small business owner, it's like we push ourselves. We want we have the ambition, the drive. Otherwise, we wouldn't be small business owners, right? So sometimes we get burnt out, and that is where we do too much. And that pause is a really good thing for all of us. It's very important to integrate a pause from here and there to kind of self-reflect and
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and
take
also,
perspective.
yes, and living in a society that also pushes us, push on us belief that the more we do, the more we get correct. And so with that type of mentality, so many people are focused on the movement, focused on not ability, but focused on driving themselves in any possible way, whether it is mental or it's ideological, anything else, to actually get to their goals. And the goals, the number of them are so wide ranged that it definitely can lead to a lot of stress and a lot of burning out.
And when you say like the wide goals too, like that ambition to do all the things without having any rooted, grounding, feeling of where we can hold ourselves, those ideas or the steps to take those ideas into action can also be kind of iffy and staggered, because if you don't have that balance, that yin to yang feeling of like, I have these ideas, but then also not grounded, you're not going to have that balance.
Sure. And when you're, to add to this also, when your neighbor that you associate well with arrives with a new car, your ambition,
oh man,
and your goals can shift here and there a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's where that groundiness
Yeah.
need to take place, and it's good if it does, because otherwise you lose yourself and you lose the momentum.
Yeah, and influence is, we all know with social media, influence is power, and so you could either use that power for good or using
Right.
it to then have someone grow, essentially. I think of the small businesses as like, how are you going to grow? What's your next step? That can be ambition, but you can still take that ambition, and your waves could be more consistent and
Sure.
a long line rather than high peaks and very low drops.
Yes.
And we're always looking for that kind of easy way rather than like, oh, we peaked and then complete crash and then we're trying to, because those inclines, man,
They're hard to
heavy to try to climb out of, and also, those falls are hard too. So yeah, having that evenness is huge.
Well, and truthfully, we had a different topic scheduled today, but after the last Sunday tea, I felt an urge to actually focus on this topic today. The power of pause, and why doing less can help actually get better results, achieve more in life. Because I feel like so many of us get in the route of the chasing goals, chasing routine, that we forget to stop and focus on what is actually meaningful, what our major goal is, not a goal that is within a year or 3-5 year mark, what goes way beyond the lifetime, even possibly for some people, if they can imagine that far. What that looks like. And when we catch ourselves going 360 all the time, we get to a point sometimes where it's a struggle. And once you step back, you realize that all of this running around was just meaningless, absolutely meaningless. So for the idea of to get more, or no, the idea that the social stigma that says do more and you'll get more, I find it to be not accurate, because it's not doing more, it's doing right. It's
completing
aligning
it.
aligning yourself with what matters to you specifically, not to your parents, not to your spouse, not to society, but what is actually within you that matters, and what are those steps look like for you specifically.
And I think that when people get on that path, when they think it's a goal, right, like they're on it, if they don't do that recheck, that goal might have changed. It might have shifted, and they might have missed that signal of like, hey, you needed to shift, and you missed the turn off. You're like, wait, hold on. You were going to New Orleans, but not anymore. It's hard, and that's why I feel like that everyone in their goal structure should have that recheck of like every month, every 6 to 8 weeks, whatever your time frame, not just quarterly, because I feel like businesses have it in their mind that it's a quarter check-in, and it's
and
be sooner than that.
You were gone for a quarter of the year. You were doing something else.
But those check-ins are significant for.
It's an everyday check-in. It's not quarterly. It's not yearly. It's you're responsible every single day, every time you make the choice. That is your check-in time. But I also feel like, from the psychological standpoint, right? So many people have a tendency to, like you said, start so many things and not finish them. You know, your attention is so dispersed. You're focused on so many things that you are losing you are losing the pace, and you're losing the quality of work that you do. So I like the analogy of, if you are, hold on one second. At a shooting rink, right?
A shooting range?
Range, yeah.
Okay.
Shooting range,
Okay.
yes. Range.
Yeah. It's the same thing, yeah.
And you have a target in front of you,
Yeah.
right? You have 10 bullets, but all of your bullets go outside of the target, yes. Or let's say 3 of them go in the target, but somewhere on the outside, and the rest go outside of the target completely. Or you have 1 bullet, but it shoots right in the center, and you get the target. That's the difference between the ability to take that pause, realign yourself, figure out what's working, what's not working, and making sure that you adjust your strategy, you adjust your routes, you adjust your mentality every time when you see that something is not working. Or even if it's working, it's still good to check in, but it's that time to reflect, whether it's business, whether it's your personal life, or anything else that happens with you, to be able to stand back and review, not from the internal vision, but from the external.
Yeah. I know that years ago, before I, took my route on my business lane, went off on my own, let's just say, I was doing so many things. And my husband was like, okay, you're spreading yourself too thin, right?
Yes.
Because you could do 25 things at 15% capacity, or you could do 3 at, 40-some% capacity. Like, that increase that you're doing things so much better with more intention. And it was the truth, because like I was doing too many things to try to do it all and make everyone happy. And at that point I was like, I don't want to make everyone happy. I want to make myself happy. And
when
so,
others are happy, you're miserable.
Yeah. So I started to eliminate all of those things, and as much as it made some people not so happy, like, it made my life better. So really, that's the main thing. And so, ambition. You've got to really check in. For those of you joining, hello. We've got all these viewers, and I forget to wave and do all the things. Burrell.
Well, and from the psychological perspective, another element that is good to keep in mind, that it's not only the behavioral aspect. Behavioral is the secondary, but it is the mental one that comes in first. And when somebody's when somebody is predisposed to actually not live a wealthy life, or and the level of wealth can be different.
Yes.
It's anything basically above the norm that you are used to. Mm-hmm. Their natural internal subconscious mind will be stopping them, preventing them from going forward. And so when you have that type of mentality and you try to do more, the more you do, the worse results you're actually going to end up with. So people try, or if they try to follow the mentality of doing more and get more, you're going to come down and crash.
Yeah.
And that's where, and that's where the burnout happens. That's where people get so discouraged in moving forward, in living life, period, sometimes even.
Yeah, you lose that excitement of going.
Because you feel like you're just hitting against the wall every single time.
Yep. Or
and
it's an inch, like you're just moving the wall an inch rather than having to demolish the whole wall. You're like, I'm just moving it an inch. Why can't I get farther than that? Find the door. Just find the door.
Yes.
Cut all the other paths. Find the door.
Yeah. So it's just, it's interesting how many different blocks and how many different ideas can be standing in our way, but simple way or a simple step of taking a pause and figuring out what means to you, what are you passionate about, and figure out and follow the dream. Mm-hmm. Obviously you can't quit everything at once. You have to take one step at a time. But once you actually find what burns, what keeps you going, and what makes you happy, then you make those changes in life, like I said, one step at a time, and life turns so differently for you. And then no more pushing, no more burning. It's interesting how life changes to the point that it becomes even like people will fear that something else will happen just because it's so ideal. It's like it cannot be so good.
Yeah, like no, we can't take a pause. I mean, we took a pause. You guys had to pause for us. I mean, that was really nice. We had to take a pause for multiple things, and that check-in on where things were headed and what was going to happen, and then to, let's just say complete our stuff on our end was essential to moving forward, and that was needed for us. So we love all of you that have continued to follow and stay tuned in because, that's why we're here.
We enjoy communication. We enjoy sharing our perspectives, ideas, hearing the feedback, and seeing the progress that if you've taken in some of our beliefs, seeing the progress on your end is amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And one thing that I also wanted to mention is idea of success.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's is different.
Yeah. But how do you figure out which one is
what's with you, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys? Anyone want to comment? We'd love to hear from you. What is your idea of success? Because I know myself. My success is not on the range of anyone else's. I've known that since day one, that my success was not going to be what the world's view of success would be.
What is it for you?
Success would be that I'd be very happy. I want to be happy without having to have the pressure of trying so hard. And I say trying so hard, meaning showing up to work, trying so hard to show up to work every day.
Moving an inch at a time?
Yes, exactly. And having my life with my husband and being able to spend time with him and with family and friends and take care of my community. I've always been about getting people connected with their bodies as well as their minds, but also within the community as well, because we all need to find each other's Alona. I found her, find your own. And I see it as like I want to be able to travel and enjoy life and have new experiences, but I don't need $1 billion. I think if I won the jackpot of $1 billion, I'd probably give a lot of it away, which is because I don't need that much. So my success is not like that. And if I had 1 million viewers, I don't really think that's it's not making it's not making me happy. I mean, it's like, ooh, yay, awesome, I got all those followers, but I've been living life with minimal followers this long. I'm okay. Those are all just benefits. They're all like little decorative pieces on the cake. It's not a need. You want the cake. You really want the cake.
Not a plastic cherry.
Mm-mm. No, thank you. Chocolate shavings, yeah.
I really enjoyed, that I enjoy Dr. Torch's work, and I really like his interpretation of success. Okay. Because he's a psychologist. He's he's a doctor in physics also, and my enjoyment of his work goes way beyond anything else that I've enjoyed in my life. And I really like what he said. It is success. It's not how we measure our life today in this moment, but success is the difference between our inherited beginning and our ending or today's date. It's the difference from the moment we were born and all of the gifts, everything that we've inherited from our ancestors, and what we did today, up until today's date with it.
And that's powerful, because if you think about it, like, I mean, I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago, like not even 5 years ago. I can go back all the way to when I was a kid. Like, I have done so much, and you look at all those accomplishments, and like, that is successful.
Well, and I really like the comparison, because sometimes we believe that our small actions, our small steps are success. But if you also look from a different perspective, like if you, let's say you grew up in the family of athletes, and you go do Olympic Games and you win it. Is it a success?
I mean, I would say so.
I would argue it is.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why is because if you're predisposed to be
an athlete,
to be in a good physical shape,
so then you should already be an Olympic athlete.
Yes, you have the ability to get there, and yes, you've done work to get there, but your success ratio is much smaller than somebody who actually, let's say, was in a car accident and could potentially not be able to walk, and over the years came back, put the effort, and actually got the work. Yes, maybe that person did not win the Olympic Games, but they got to the point where they could compete against people who were
already in it.
Yes.
That is the success that... Would you talk about that, the high and low lows? Because obviously their climb is so much more.
Their climb is extremely higher than the people that are already in that position.
Yeah.
Their effort level is much less than people who came from the bottom and went up.
So they're at this already.
Correct.
Those athletes.
Yes.
And then we've got the person who was injured, like literally starting at baseline, having to climb all the way up, which is a lot longer.
Correct.
To get to that point.
Yes. Longer, and the ankle is much steeper.
Yeah.
So your efforts are, I don't know how many times, but your efforts are significantly, higher than other competitors. So when you look from this perspective, your ability to grade yourself, because we grade ourselves every single day, right?
Yeah.
Did I do enough? Did I do a good enough job? if you've done one step that brings you closer to your ultimate goal, you've done. You're
climbing.
You're climbing. You should be already happy. That's that happiness that you were talking about, right? It's not about whether you make a sale or whether you, I don't know, something else.
Yeah.
It's the fact that every step, every day when you wake up, if you make at least one step that brings you closer to your ultimate goal, then that's your success.
And I see that every day, at least in my work, where I have like weekly to bi-weekly, monthly clients. And when I get those clients, either new or whatever, and they have a chronic issue and literally we solve what was going on, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like success. That one person, I've changed their life completely, and it's like wild, but I'm like, it's just that one person amongst my 356 days of the year, and everyone's like, oh, like, really? But I'm like, it's one person, and I impacted their lives like 1,000% because they had been in chronic pain for a long time. And that success, even though it's like if I have a bad off day, I have to remember the people who I have impacted, because that is a huge success, right, in general. So yeah, which brings me joy. I remember that all the time.
So when I think about success, I always try to put that in perspective. Realizing that it's not who's around you or what they have or whatever else society dictates, because society is very materialistic. Obviously, depending where you live, things can shift, but in this society, it's definitely very materialistic. And when people tend not to focus on the material stuff, they are viewed differently. And that can be impactful upon that person if the internal belief in themselves is lacking. It can be painful, may not be the right word, but your self-esteem, may change and may shift if your opinion depend on other people and what they think or they say or anything else.
So it sounds like we have, at least I know you already approve of Dr. Twitch, but he's a good man. I think we should probably tag him. I don't know if he's on social media, but we'll try to put his information down below. So make sure that you like and comment and follow, and then look him up. Does he have books?
Oh, definitely. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Because you did trainings with him, or trainings. Yeah.
Yes.
Twitch. Yeah. Twitch.
Champion. Yeah. Dr. Champion. Twitch, and I'll have the link for the information so you can check it out. Or feel free to reach out, and I'll be also happy to answer questions.
Yeah. That's awesome. So we want to hear about what you think about your success. But I was gonna say your vision, your definition of success,
and how you measured it before, prior to today's discussion, and whether this discussion has changed your perception of success measurements. If so, how would you measure it moving forward?
And then even more so for your own, right? That is one perspective. Then how do you define success possibly for others? And if you can not view it that way, where you're not, oh my gosh, what's the word? Putting your ideals on others. Like you've looked at other people and looked at them and judged them for their successes. If you can alter that by redefining your own.
Mm-hmm. We thank you guys for coming into the show. We are so happy that you joined us. I hope that you also got something positive out of our talk today. And
yeah, I guess that's gonna be it.
The time we are seconds away.
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll say goodbye next Sunday tea, follow. We'll have I don't think we have our subject for next week. I mean, we do, but maybe we'll
not announced.
we'll announce it. So stay tuned. But thanks for joining us,
the
guys.
rest of the yes. Thanks for joining, and cheers to Sunday tea.
Cheers. It's my job.
Yes.